Am I filming? Yes, okay. Hello, hi, how are you? I hope you're good. I hope you're currently taking care of yourself in the best way that you possibly can during this time. And with that being said, I have a review for today, a book review on a book that I finished last night. It is House of Earth and Blood, a Crescent City novel by Sarah J. Maas. This is Sarah J. Maas's book that just came out about a week or two ago. This is her first foray into adult books. All of her previous books have been young adult books that are more aimed towards a higher age audience because they contain more of like sexual explicit content. Her adult book is no different. Lots of cursing, not too much sexy times, but still it's present, so you know what you're getting into with this book. With that being said, I picked this book up because I wanted something entertaining, because though I'm not a big Sarah J. Maas fan, what I will give to her is that her books are entertaining, and that's what I wanted. That's what I need right now. I want escapism, I want entertainment, and this book gave exactly that. So if that's what you're looking for, pick this book up because it is one entertaining wild ride. So this is an urban fantasy. We follow our main character Bryce. Bryce is a young 20-something who is having the time of her life with her best friend Danica, who's this werewolf shifter, leader of a wolf pack, and they're doing a lot of partying, drugs, dancing. They're just living life and not caring about much, but Bryce's life comes to a halt when a demon kills all of her friends, including Danica. All her werewolf friends, they're all killed by a demon, and Bryce is just left grieving. And then we follow Bryce 2 years later as she's trying to come to terms and move on and let go and just continue on with life. But then more murders start happening, and these murders are similar to what happened to Danica. Now Bryce has to realize that maybe the original person that they thought who killed Danica is not actually that person. So now Bryce is teamed up with this angel. His name is Hunt Athalar, and they're teamed up unwillingly. Of course, they kind of hate each other, but they have to figure out, you know, what is behind all of this, who is actually killing these people. It's a mystery action adventure revenge story in a way, set in this urban fantasy setting. Where do I want to start with this book without giving spoilers? First, let's talk about the size of this book. This is a thick story, guys. This is 800 pages, and the pages in this story are Bible thin pages. The first 200 pages, 100 to 200 pages of this book are a lot of info dump, world building that isn't done necessarily well, but a lot of info is given to you about this world and about the creatures that we get to know in this story. Different fays, werewolves, sea creatures, mermaids, and stuff like that. So a lot of information about all of these creatures and the lore and the history is given within these first 200 pages. And I think that if you're someone that will DNF a book easily, you might not make it through this book, because those 200 pages are, I don't want to say they're a slog to get through, but they're definitely not enticing enough to really grip the reader. It's not until you get 100, 200 pages through this book that things actually start moving forward, the wheels start turning, plots are revealed, and our characters grow, and it's one heck of a story. But I fear that only Sarah J. Maas fans will see it through to the end to get to that exciting result. One thing I think Sarah J. Maas did really well with the story is the characters. Now, I have heard from other people that these characters are just rehashings of her old characters that I'm not familiar with, but I loved Bryce as a character. She is so flawed, but she's also very kick-ass, but she's also very just vulnerable, and she has a lot of trauma that she's dealing with. Same with Hunt. And I love how these two main characters over time, it's more of an enemies to lovers sort of situation. They're so different, and the way they interact is hilarious, but you can see over time that they're actually a mirror of each other, and that they've actually been through a lot of the same things. And it's so cute to see their relationship evolve and grow deeper, and I just love that about this book so much. I also really enjoyed how Sarah J. Maas showcased friendship within this story. The bond of a best friend is just so prevalent throughout this story. One of our characters, Danica, who is Bryce's best friend that is murdered, you know, we don't get to follow her in this story. You know, she's not present, but we get to learn so much about her, and it's through learning about her and learning about Bryce's bond with her that we sort of fall for her best friend at the same time. Their bond and what they did for each other and how they grew up together in a way is just so beautiful. And I loved how they were there for each other even when they didn't realize that they were there for each other. At the end of the day, I think this story really talks about love and how love conquers all. And maybe that's a bit cheesy, but I mean, this book had me crying 3 or 4 times. I was tearing up at the end multiple times, and it was just a ride. It's not the greatest book. The writing is very Sarah J Maas, so there is a lot of cursing that's so unnecessary. There was so much cursing through this. Did there have to be that much cursing? Some of the writing is a bit cringy here and there. Some of the dialogue also isn't the best, but despite that, it is endearing and it is just one fun ride. But I would recommend it if you're someone that enjoys urban fantasy, if you love entertainment, if you don't care if the story is not completely believable, if you just want to escape for a bit and just read something fun. This is what this book is. It does it so well, and I feel like this is what we all need right now. So I highly recommend this book. Despite that, I gave it 5 stars, which, what is wrong with me? This book more of a 3.54, but just entertainment alone, 5 stars. I love this so much. I love the characters, I love the story, I love everything about it, despite it being, you know, kind of ridiculous. At the end of the day, this book knows what it is. It knows that it's just here to consume you, and that's what it does. It does that perfectly well. And you know, there's nothing bad with this book not being some sort of masterpiece. So those are my thoughts on this book by Sarah J Maas. Let me know your thoughts if you have read it as well. Do you plan on picking it up? Blah blah blah. I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Hopefully take care of yourselves. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Bye.